A member of TGIF for 2.5 years. She had no idea what to expect when she walked into the door, but she heard a lot of good things about Toastmasters over her 10-year career. Prior to that, it has always been in the back of her mind as something she wanted to try. She came to a meeting and was hooked. She loved the people, the energy, the variety, the opportunity to stretch herself, and she liked the dress for success. Being a part of TGIF has been a wonderful experience that she looks forward to, the challenges of Toastmaster that Toastmaster offers. Today, Julie will be giving her 10th speech. Big round of applause, please. She will be completing Project 8, so Julie took a circuitous, she went around about, which is okay. We can all do we can do non-manual speeches like Chad does, although he'll get a beating later. Yeah. We can take our time and get to where we want to go, just as long as we get there. This is Project 8, which is get comfortable with visual aids. As you may know, Julie has 3 teenage daughters, and as you can imagine, she gets a lot of advice. Today, Julie is going to share with you a wealth of information that she has gathered over the last year or two. Sit back and enjoy this 6 to 8 minute speech titled The Top 5 Things Teenagers Want Their Parents to Know. Welcome, Julie.
Okay, I want to get a feel for the room here before I start my speech. Put your hand up if you have ever been around teenagers. All right. How about if you have survived or currently surviving teenagers? All right. And how about those of you lucky few who have survived or are currently surviving teenage daughters? Okay, keep your hands up. I'm taking note. We're going to have a special happy hour on a daily basis because we're going to add extra happy. As John said, I have 3 teenage daughters, and I have no shortage of advice at my house or opinions, or they have approved, thank you, of this dress code, which I missed the memo on the dress for success, but I wanted to let you know that this is an approved outfit by the 3 teenage daughters. And I also wanted to help the rest of you that did not have teenage daughters know some of the top 5 things that they want parents to know, or any adult by that matter, because they would like all adults to act appropriately and be a little bit more cool. So, top 5 things. The first thing that they would like you to know is that talking on the phone is stupid. It's stupid. And there's no reason to talk on the phone because you can text, you can Instagram, or you can Snapchat. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have seen too many Snapchats, but the nice thing about Snapchat is that you have a picture and you have text. And I have a couple examples here. This is what it looks like on Snapchat. Everybody sends the oddest pictures. No, you don't smile on Snapchat. You usually have some strange looking face like this. So clearly, talking on the phone is stupid. Snapchat is cool, right? The next thing that kids would like parents to know is that parties at your own house are lame. And I have actually recently discovered this to a whole new level. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of background. Last week was homecoming for Shawnee Mission South. My sophomore, this was going to be her first homecoming. 22 15-year-old kids were making plans for a homecoming bus, an after party, and a sleepover. There was very little parent agreement or parent interaction, but somehow these 22 kids were using their social media skills, Snapchat, God knows what those pictures look like on there, to kind of come up with the plan. And also, as you can imagine, plans were made, plans were changed. Plans were made, plans were changed. So I'm going to share with you a text message interaction between my daughter and I. This was after plans had changed. And the bus had fallen through, which on the bus, just to let's see, what's the word, defend myself a little bit. On the bus, they didn't want to go to the dance, they wanted to be on the bus because they could dance on the bus. So the dance, not cool, dancing on the bus in the dark, that's cool. So here's my text. We'll think of something fun. Is your group talking about other ideas? We could have a party in Dad's basement. It's really nice, we could have lots of food, we could turn down the lights. The email's going downfield, right here. We could dance to your music, play pool, here's where everything falls apart, probably get some video games to play, not good. Here's my message back from my daughter. She's at school, of course, because texting at school is now appropriate. She says, no, Mom, stop, please. OMG, no, oh my God, no, 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 no. Never, ever, ever mention that. So just so you know, parties at your own house are lame and embarrassing. Never, ever, ever do this. And this will be, I've already used this twice in other instances. My sister asked me something and I said, no, 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 oh my God, no, never, ever. So this will be one of those things that lasts in your family and you say it over and over and over. So no parties, just so you know. The next thing is that Facebook is for old people. Now I've done a little research on this, and I think actually they might be right on this one. So I've looked up some Facebook stats, and 71% of people over 18 are on Facebook, not so much on the other ones. However, I think they have a little ADD going over here. Look at all these social media sites. I feel like it's kind of like that eye chart where I can read the top 2 lines and the rest are just gibberish because I have no idea what those say down there. I have no idea what those are. So I can kind of fill in those first 2 lines, but the rest, no idea. So I think I'm gonna own this one and stick with, yep, I might be old, but I understand Facebook. I get it. So the next thing that teenagers would like parents or adults to understand is that LOL is O-U-T, okay? If you wanna say LOL, you don't say LOL anymore, you say ha ha. And if it's really funny, you say ha ha ha. Put 3 of those together. So LOL also dates you. And how this changes, I do not know. I don't understand how one day you can kind of be in the group and then the next day you're out. The other day they said, don't write LOL, that's so old. I'm like, oh my gosh. So along with LOL being O-U-T, emojis are in. And not just every emoji, but iPhone emojis are cool. Android emojis, not cool. So just so you know, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm just a transfer of information. I'm just trying to help you out, kind of a public service. And the nice thing about these is you don't even really need to type anything. You just put in a face and then the other people have to try to figure out what the heck you're saying. Or if it comes from an iPhone, this little guy here does not look like that on an Android phone. So sometimes you have to also interpret the interpretation between an iPhone and an Android phone. So work on your emojis. And interpretation of emojis, which is the tricky part. The last thing that I believe that kids really want parents to know is that love me, but I deserve it the least. My daughter wrote this note a few years ago. We put it up on the refrigerator, and it says, love me when I least deserve it, because that's what mean it the most. Oh, for heaven's sakes. So, my hope is that if I am texting LOL on my Facebook at my own house party, calling my sister on the phone, that if I remember to love them when they deserve it the least, that we will all make it through the teenage years.